In a moment, we will witness the story of the Titanic and the process of its sinking. At the moment of impact, we will see it from inside the ship. We will look at the real images of the iceberg that sank the Titanic and the marks it left on the ship. Then we will learn through an experiment what those who fell into the water experienced, and we will follow the truth. The sound you just heard belonged to the distress call sent from the Titanic. With the help of the telegraph, calls for help were transmitted to other ships using more signals. The Titanic had begun to sink slowly. At the telegraph desk stood a young man named Jack Phillips, only 25 years old. He never left his post until the communication room was flooded. That young man acted heroically, but nothing he did could change the outcome. Until the very last moment, the Titanic would not be found until 73 years after it sank, and everything would begin with the discovery of the wreck. The mysterious story of the Titanic began many years ago. In 1912, exactly 111 years ago from today, newspapers announced in large headlines, "The Titanic is going on its first voyage." Pictures of the ship and even ticket prices were published. The story of the Titanic was actually based on a challenge. Transatlantic passenger transport was highly profitable and innovative, with shipping companies competing to carry wealthy travelers and immigrants. Two companies in particular were in a fierce race. The White Star Line decided to respond by building two giant ships that would break records while crossing the Atlantic Ocean. But instead of focusing on speed, they chose another way. In 1908, they formed an army of mostly Irish workers with the vision of building a revolutionary passenger ship, the largest, most luxurious, and most comfortable ship ever designed. Their motto was, "We may not be fast, but who wants to cross the ocean while seasick?" Their goal was to dominate the Europe-America crossings within 5 years. Soon, the enormous RMS Olympic was launched, the largest ship the world had ever seen, weighing 45,000 tons, with a capacity of 1,000 passengers. Shortly after, the company would launch another ship that would capture the world's attention, the RMS Titan. About 14,000 people worked on building the Titanic. When it was launched, around 200,000 people gathered to watch. Witnesses said it felt as if the earth itself was moving. For the people of that era, it was truly a colossal ship. Even one of its anchors weighed 15 tons. Inside, the Titanic was decorated with the most extravagant and expensive furniture. Some critics argued that instead of spending so much on luxury, the company should have invested in technology. At the time, ships with 4 propellers and better maneuverability were being built, but White Star Line did not want to be known for technology. They wanted the Titanic to stand out for its luxury. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set off on its maiden voyage from England to New York under the command of Captain Smith. At departure, warnings were given about possible icebergs along the southern route, but such warnings were considered routine in the Atlantic. That night at 9:30 p.m., a ship ahead of the Titanic, called the Masaba, reported large icebergs in its path. The warning was received by the radio operators Phillips and Harold Bride, but was never passed on to the captain. Why? Because at that moment, they were busy transmitting personal telegrams from first-class passengers to New York, the luxury social media of that era. The air grew colder, the sea calm like glass, and midnight approached.